Welcome back. We got another e-commerce review today. We got 6 stories. I am Antonio. I'm one of the co-founders of Active. I'm here with my co-founder Daniel, and we got Jeremy in the house. We have a growth team, and we partner with direct-to-consumer founders really to help them grow their brands online. And we do these e-commerce reviews for fun. We love doing them, and it's a great way for us to practice, and it's an awesome way to just like really give some feedback and some suggestions to some of the brands that we're seeing online. And today we got 6 stories. Let's dive in. Honestly, the first thing off the bat that I thought was "together at last." What does that mean? Like, I know what it means, but like when we talk about headlines so much, and the first piece of real estate that you see needs to explain what the product is or what people are getting themselves into. And "together at last" is very cute, and I can appreciate that, but it doesn't explain what people are here to buy. That was like the biggest thing. That's like, beautiful page, beautiful site, but from like a messaging standpoint, that was the first thing that stuck out to me.
Yeah, and I would even kind of touch on that too, or add to it. I guess I'd say is even with the picture that they used here, um, I don't know. Right, my first impression was just a little bit confused as to what exactly it was as I started scrolling down, and then slowly you put it together. But yeah, I think right off the bat, like you're saying, the messaging can be just a little bit more clear.
Yeah, um, I'm repeating everything, so I'm not really gonna change much. I think you guys are right. Uh, this headline sometimes is the first thing that people see, especially when they're being retargeted and they're Googling your brand. So if you start running traffic and getting paid traffic, or you have a good amount of paid traffic, this is what people are going to see in the get-go. And "together at last," to me, with a photo, it doesn't really tell me much about the brand. And this is so important to be telling me about the brand, especially if we look at bestsellers. Like, your bestsellers are, looks like it's like the apparel for brides.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like, your top six, nine. Okay, so your 10th best product is your your hero image. You cannot That cannot be the case.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ranking those by like best to least, uh best selling, that's important to know. Like, so they're very, it's a very cute photo. But if I'm the target market, I'm looking at the demographic, as like a 20, 30-year old, 20s, 30-year old, a 30s person that's going to get married, woman. I definitely, it's cute, but it's not exactly what I'm looking
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's, we talk about this all the time with brands. It's like, you can't assume that the audience is going to understand, and you have to lay out the breadcrumbs and make it as simple as humanly possible for people to understand. People should not be, burning calories in their mind trying to decipher what you're trying to sell. You should just lay it out for them.
for. I honestly think that "where your bride story starts, modern, meaningful design that bring joy to your whole wedding journey" should be the headline and sub-headline. Like, if we look at this copy here, I love this because this explains what the brand is. This
Hmm.
is where your bride story starts. These are modern, meaningful designs that bring joy to your whole wedding journey. And you have these designs. You're seeing the shirts, you're seeing the sweaters, you're seeing, Mr. and Mrs. These are really cool, um, exact, designs that bring joy. But I don't see it here, and that's a bit of an issue for me as I'm thinking about what to look for in the homepage. So for the product page, just kind of taking a look at how everything's set up. I guess one of the things we didn't look at was the review, which I think you can click on reviews no matter where you are, and you can see. I think it's. Or no, it doesn't look like it's yacht pro. This is kind of cool. You're seeing a lot of people in their bridey shirts or sweaters,
Hmm.
uh, which is awesome. Click on it. Uh, you can't. One of the things that I would do, if possible, is if somebody's reading a review, I would like for them, if they can click it, I want them to be able to click to go to the product. Everything you're doing, you want to drive people to the actual product page.
Hmm.
So if somebody's here, you want whatever app you're using for the reviews, you want them to be able to click and go to the product page itself because they're probably going to buy it or they're interested in buying. So that's one thing I would say is you might want to upgrade your review app because this is cool, but it doesn't really drive people to actually purchase in terms of clicks.
Hmm. Love the UGC though. That's huge.
So many UGC photos. This is amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Product page. What are your thoughts?
Scroll down a little bit. Okay, so they got the drop down things that we've seen. We like that, right? We have that on some of the stuff that we work with. Um, the drop down thing is like a very. I think we pulled that from was it Allbirds maybe like originally like we just the user experience of that is very clean. Um, okay, easy returns, free shipping, loved by brides. Yeah, I mean I think. Scroll down actually. Let me look at so again they go I guess it could, because they have the drop downs, but I almost wonder if do you think they need the three sections like we've seen before where it goes a little bit more into the product, or do you think they're fine without that?
I don't think they do because this is so apparel focused.
Mhm.
It's not like products where it's like I need to know what this is. I need to know why. I mean, it's clothes. You know what it is. You don't really need. You just need the photos, and it would be cool to have what a lot of brands are starting to do is have a video of somebody like walking. What
Yeah.
some of the brands have done really well. You can implement this where it's mobile friendly and it's also desktop friendly and you're easily going to click on it and you can see them moving. That's going to be nice to just see how it kind of flows and fits for somebody. But that's the only thing I would say in terms of what you could maybe add or adjust. Everything else is great. These icons are great. Knowing it's free shipping, easy returns. I'd like to know a little bit more about returns, to be honest. Like, I'd rather have you say like 30-day returns, 60-day returns. What does easy returns mean? Because you have to go all the way to, yeah, I have to go to returns and exchanges and find out, what your returns are,
Mhm.
So yeah, it's 30 days of return. So just say it, just say it there instead of saying it's returns.
Mhm. Yeah, I got to be honest. I mean, it like so far into this review, I mean, like there was part of me that was still trying to figure out how to explain what this company is. Like it's because even at the top, you got bride, you got groom, you got flower. So it's like, but their top things are for bride. So it's almost like I wonder, is it oh beautifully designed products to like celebrate your wedding, or like it's like it's clearly like products made for like weddings or like about you're about to get married and here's some merch and stuff. But yeah, the fact that I'm still trying to figure that out is like um
Yeah. At first, I thought it was more of like a one stop shop type of a concept, but I the more we go into it, the more I feel like it's more of just like a trendy apparel, trendy things for your wedding, and
mhm,
yeah. But it's kind of I feel like the lines are a little bit blurred
mhm.
for sure.
But I guess kind of going full circle, the beauty though is everything we're getting at is messaging. right? Like it seems like people are loving these products, and it seems like the products are actually legit, and the merch is cool. It's funny, and like people are like, the photos are great. So like, you know, for six stories, it's like it really just takes some rearranging and rethinking and retooling of the messaging hierarchy, and you could start seeing some really good results. So that's, it's not like they have to overhaul everything. It's like it's really not that much they need to tweak. Functionality of the site is beautiful.
Yeah,
Um,
beautiful, beautiful. Um, One of the things to look at is once we add it to cart, say get a dusty pink medium here. All right, so no upsells.
hmm.
You really, that's kind of one of the biggest things we've seen with a lot of brands where they don't take advantage of upsells. Like if you're offering, for example, you're offering fifth top free with bridal party mix and match, maybe you should really take a look at what options. Like candy rack, you've got so many different options for how you can upsell and cross sell products. You got to make sure that you're offering whatever deals you're offering. Like this right here is awesome. Buy four tops, get the top free. So why don't you add that as an option? Because that alone increases your overall cart value $200 to $50. Because I'm guessing for the most part you're going to buy it for your wedding party, or at least you're going to start adding some different products. Maybe it's one for the bride and one for the maid of honor, and then like a bunch for bridesmaids. We'll have to look at all the products, but I will say that like making sure you're bringing people through, adding more stuff to the cart, because you can take such advantage of people who are shopping for their wedding. You're not just buying one product, you're buying multiple products. You're going to be buying likely what works well with this. Well, if you look at the best sellers, you should definitely be offering likely the tote, right? Because a lot of people are buying the tote bag. It's one of the more popular items, and it's only $41. Um, and then if you look at maid of honor, you likely have a maid of honor. So like these are things of logical. Like how do you make sure it's logical? Some of the times you can just get somebody to purchase that initial product, and then you can upsell after the fact, like via email cross sells, upsell email flows after the fact as people are getting ready for the wedding. That being said, I think there's a lot of opportunity on the site to get people to purchase and increase your average order value.
Yeah, especially with apparel too. I mean, it's like it almost seems like to be a given for any sort of brand that's trying to sell apparel. It's like automatically add something to the cart and there's like a bunch of upsells. Um, so yeah, I definitely think that's a low hanging fruit as well.
I agree. I think you would probably see a higher amount of reviews and purchases from like the bridesmaid sweater if you did include that as like a bundle. I don't believe there is, like, the only thing I could find for bundles was like here, which is I think not necessarily. I think there's not really an easy way. I would love to see like something where you're able to, and this would be a little customized, but you can kind of make your own little bundle and do it all in one place. Because I think even here you have to go to the product page, you have to add it to your cart, you have to go back. It's a bit of a headache, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
not easy and not like user
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think there's definitely opportunity for mixing and matching, or I guess they are doing the mixing and matching, but bundling. One of the things that I saw is just kind of looking through their accessories, and they have the gift boxes. Um, Looks like it's just kind of just a gift box with nothing in it at this point. Um, I think it would be cool. Obviously, there's a need for it, but it'd be cool to maybe build out a customized gift box, or basically exactly what you were saying, or maybe even adding like a mix and match portion for this, or maybe it's some jewelry, some hair accessories,
Oh
some
my
other
god,
things that are a little bit smaller.
yeah. you're so right. You could do box. You could do essentially the gift box has like whatever a normal like whenever a bridesmaid would you could have like the most popular products that somebody go for their bridesmaid, which would be thinking about the sweater and the different elements that you have and jewelry and accessories stuff like that. Put it in there, and then you already have like instead of just the box itself, you can actually build out exactly what you want. And I think a lot of people would like this, especially for the wedding. Like this is the perfect thing. You make it easy, and you send it to them. People are spending so much money on the weddings. I think this could be a really good way to, uh, sell a lot, and also like think about it, it's just a whole. It's like a snowball effect because you get a few people getting into this, and bridesmaid get this beautiful box where they're likely going to do it for their wedding, and so on and so forth. So I think it's a really good process of doing this.
So lastly, are on the ad side, are they currently running anything?
I believe we have no ads running. So there's a pretty big followers number on Instagram, um, and some good amount of likes, but it doesn't look like they're not running ads in the United States or the United Kingdom, which is I think they're based out of the UK. So.
Hmm. Okay. Well, we know the answer to that. And maybe they shut things off or something, but it's with a product like this, and especially it's like it's targeted at such a specific like type of person that is at a certain point in their life, and it's always going to be happening. Like people are always going to be getting married, and there's always going to be bridal parties and wedding parties, and so to me it seems like a no-brainer to be running ads, in that way. There's a lot of already really good creative on the static side for sure. You could do carousel ad. I mean, there's a lot you could do. Um, oh yeah, then lastly, let's on the mobile side, let's see. Okay.
This looks really good on mobile. I
Yeah.
just think it should change to like a headline that specifically, loved by brides is like great, but it just needs to be shared about brides. I think. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, looks great mobile. It's very mobile optimized. I like it a lot.
All right, for 6 stories, let's give these guys a grade.
Nice.
We got Jeremy.
Um, I'm gonna give them. I think these guys are gonna get an 8 from me. I like. I mean, I think they have everything going on. They're just a couple little things that could be tweaked. We talked about messaging. Obviously, the ads, big opportunity there, but yeah, I think 8 sounds solid for
Uh, I'll go in with a little bit higher than I think Jeremy's usually the toughest grader. Here,
them.
I think it's a solid like 8.6 or 8.6. I think they've got some opportunities that have been missed by not bundling or not doing offers, not thinking about when it's. I think it's usually a bride who's probably going to be looking up this stuff for a bridesmaid. So thinking about the customer journey there and figuring out how they're going to purchase and which products they're going to start purchasing, and then adding like additional products. I'm guessing that their average cart values are actually pretty high. So and then there's a opportunity missed with ads. Again, we're in just like we're hoping coming out of this pandemic. So it's possible that you know there were ads running before, but if ads haven't been running in the past, I think there is opportunity in the future to really drive some good revenue for brides, future engaged brides who I think could really kind of purchase this. And again, you're going to likely see your cost a bit higher because the average cart value is going to be high. But again, like with even if you look at the amount of followers. I mean, it's 40,000 followers. It's pretty good. So you probably have a good amount of organic traffic coming. that's just a good start. So I will say 8.5.
Yeah, I'd give them probably an 8.4. I think the bones are there. I think the branding is solid. And, you know, like some of the tweaks to the site are really on the messaging side, not really on the functionality side, which is great. But the no running ads thing, that's definitely something that could, I mean, you turn it on and you could see a whole upswing in traffic and all that. So I think definitely don't turn on the ads before you do some of these tweaks to the on the messaging side. But yeah, and then on the bundling point as well, I think just some missed opportunities there. Um, but yeah, I think 8.4 is what I would give. So yeah, again, 6 stories. You know, we partner with e-commerce brands. We love doing this stuff. If you are looking for somebody, definitely reach out. We love to connect and help you out if you guys
We
need.
actually we interacted a little bit on Twitter. Uh,
Oh, you did?
yeah, well, we're like messaging about, I think, about like a Shopify a Masters, I think, or a Shopify podcast. But I think, yeah, I think they've done. Sounds like they've done pretty well. So I think from organic, the paid part could be really good. So definitely reach out. We'd love to see how we could work together.